Hi there, it's June the 11th, and time for Proverbs 11. Let's jump over there and we'll get into it. Okay. This is more about contrasting the upright and the wicked, the good and the bad. Still fighting allergies. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. It goes on a lot. Cheating people, cheating people on sales. It happens today, even more than it did back then. Verse 2, when pride comes, then comes dishonor. But with the humble, there is wisdom. All right? Being wise starts with being humble, knowing when to keep your mouth shut. The integrity of the upright will guide them, but the crookedness of the treacherous will destroy them. Yeah. Be destroyed by your own crookedness. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. Right? And that you can't take it with you. Huh? You just can't take it with you. And you spend all your life collecting money, and then you die, and then your relatives spend almost no time at all spending it on junk. So, why try getting it in the first place? Verse 5, the righteousness of the blameless will smooth his way, but the wicked will fall by his own wickedness. That's a mouthful, huh? The righteousness of the blameless will smooth his way. The righteousness of the upright will deliver them, but the treacherous will be caught by their own greed. When a wicked man dies, his expectation will perish, and the hope of strong men perishes. Verse 8, the righteous is delivered from trouble, but the wicked takes his place. In trouble, that is. Let's just a note here. Enters his place. With his mouth, the godless man destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge, the righteous will be delivered. Right? Once people find out the truth, once people find out the truth, then things will change. Verse 10. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. And when the wicked perish, there is joyful shouting. By the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted. By the mouth of the wicked, it is torn down. Yeah, you look at some of these cities now. Look who's running these cities that are falling apart. San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, all the big cities. 12. He who despises his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding keeps silent. Like that. Keep silent. He who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets, but he who is trustworthy conceals a matter. Oh, that's important. Talebearer, gossip. Did you hear what happened to so-and-so? Right. Don't do that. You're trustworthy, a loyal friend. Conceal it. Keep it to yourself. He stresses this over and over again, how important this is. Hey, verse 14. Where there is no guidance, the people fall. But in guidance of counselors, there is victory. Another one of these. He who is guarantor for a stranger will surely suffer for it. He who hates being a guarantor is secure. Okay? Don't guarantee loans. That's co-signing. Okay? Don't do that. 16, a gracious woman attains honor, and ruthless men attain riches. Weird. 17, the merciful man does himself good, but the cruel man does himself harm. Good to his own soul. Troubles the flesh. 18, the wicked earns deceptive wages, but he who sows righteousness gets a true reward. Deceptive wages. He who is steadfast in righteousness will attain to life, and he who pursues evil will bring about his own death. You want to really live? Righteousness. It's following the Lord. 20. The perverse in heart are an abomination to the Lord, but the blameless in their walk are his delight. Perverse in heart. How do you like that? Perverse in heart. I don't know how to be perverse in heart. That sounds terrible. 21. Assuredly, the evil man will not go unpunished, but the descendants of the righteous will be delivered. The descendants of the righteous. Seed. Descendants. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a beautiful woman who lacks discretion. You ever read a truer statement than that? I like some of these women that are so scantily clad, and it's disgusting. You could go on about that forever and probably offend somebody, huh? 23, the desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. That only good. You only desire good things? Let's highlight that. There is one who scatters and yet increases all the more, and there is one who withholds what is justly due, and yet it results only in want or need. If you give to the poor, you will get back more than you gave every single time, as you're giving to the Lord. It's important. 25, the generous man will be prosperous, and he who waters him will himself be watered. That kind of goes along with this right above it, huh? This is kind of all thinking together. He who withholds grain, the people will curse him, but a blessing will be on the head of him who sells it. You ever know somebody so stingy and they had so much and they won't help anybody else out? He who diligently seeks good seeks favor, but he who seeks evil, evil will come to him. Right? You look for trouble and you're going to find it. Okay? Every time. There you go. He who trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like a green leaf. Okay? Trust in your riches, that's an idol, inanimate object. He who troubles his own house will inherit wind, and the foolish will be servant to the wise-hearted. Troubles his own house will inherit wind. Nothing, basically. Now this I highlighted for another study. I don't know why, but highlight that one. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who is wise wins souls. wins souls. Strange. Actually, it says takes souls, but. And 31, if the righteous will be rewarded in the earth, how much more the wicked and the sinner? How much more? So, there you have it. Let's see what we highlighted here. We should highlight all of these, but riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. Right? Don't spend your whole life saving money, because you're going to die before you enjoy it. And I have all this money, but when you die, your relatives or somebody's going to take it and spend it very quickly. Took you all your life to save it, and they're going to burn through it in no time at all. We have that part of 5. The righteousness of the blameless will smooth his way. The righteousness of the blameless will soothe his way. Let's see. That's saying here. 5. Yeah. Now, in the New Living Translation, here, it says, and I forgot already, the godly are directed by their honesty. I kind of like that better, huh? The godly are directed by their honesty. All the other versions say the righteousness of the blameless, and the other 4 I have over here. So, yeah, I kind of like the New Living Translation. The godly are directed by their honesty. And the wicked fall beneath their load of sin. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. We highlighted part of this. With his mouth, the godless man destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge, the righteous will be delivered. Yeah? Through knowledge, the righteous will be delivered. Wise discernment rescues the godly, is what it says over here. You highlighted 12. He who despises his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding keeps silent. That's the important part. A man of understanding keeps silent. A lot of times I will just not say anything. Just keep scrolling, I might say. Most things are done on the internet now. It's just keep scrolling. I can't believe how many people argue with people they don't know and will never meet. Crazy. Okay. We'll highlight at 12. Oh, that's what we're just talking about. Okay, 13. He who goes about as a gossip or talebearer reveals secrets, but he who is trustworthy conceals a matter. Faithful of spirit. All right? If somebody confides in you, they're confiding in you. You keep that secret. And if somebody is telling you somebody else's secrets, don't listen. Say, I'm not going to listen to that. Okay? Cut it off. God hates that. Yeah, the perverse in heart are an abomination to the Lord. Now, what's that say over here? NLT. The Lord hates people with twisted hearts. Yeah, perverse in heart. Don't be that way. 22. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a beautiful woman who lacks discretion. All right. Most people prefer an elegant lady, not someone who walks around half naked all the time. There's no discretion. What's that? Taste. Woman who lacks taste. There you go. And 23, the desire of the righteous is only good. You only righteous? You only desire good things for everyone? And 24, we highlighted. 24 and 25 kind of go together. So there's one who scatters, yet increases all the more. We're talking about scattering seed. And there's one who withholds what is justly due, yet it results only in want. The generous man will be prosperous, and he who waters will himself be watered. If you have stuff, share it. Share it with other people who don't. And you will have all the more. And we highlighted 28. He who trusts in riches will fall. But the righteous will flourish like a green leaf. The righteous will flourish like a green leaf. Like leaves in spring. Yeah. So there you have it. That's Proverbs 11 for June 11th. And we're through the Bible in 1 year. We're on day 163, I believe. Reading Kings and Chronicles or something like that. But reading all about Solomon. He's building the temple, right in the middle of building God's temple in his own palace. So it's going to get exciting. Stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. We're going to keep going through these. And I highlight different ones every month, But at some point I want to be able to quote any of these. Okay? And will I still be wise? No. No one can ever know everything. You can just keep trying to learn. And that's where humbleness comes in. I know to be humble. I know to be quiet. I know to share with the poor. I know to follow the Lord first and foremost. That's the important stuff. Okay? Stuff you learn in Proverbs. Well, until next time, we'll do it again. See ya.